It's been a while, obviously. Like, yeah, my Doctor Who ideas are still going, man. Series 9, let's go. So, alright. I also, so this is series 9. I also wrote the ending of this current Doctor, which is really cool, which is on this piece of paper. Oh my days, that's insane. Well, I can't wait to show you, and I can't wait to talk about my ideas. So, alright. So, let's went for before we actually begin this series off. So, the Doctor, Thomasin Mackenzie, is ready to go on adventures in her time traveling spaceship, the TARDIS. Obviously, her former companion, Dante Ioto, has left her to work on his new business company on Earth. So, in the last episode, this guy, which is her cousin, I guess, has left her to work on this company. So, okay. Right, you still there? Alright, cool. So, let's talk about episode 9, which, series 9, episode 1, which is Doctor Who and the Daleks. Interesting. So, the Doc lands in 1969, where she tries to have a normal life working in a union film as a union film projectionist. She works for a cinema and needs to cut the film when the tape stops. So, that's kind of cool. And this is also kind of inspiring and also kind of relatable, I guess, because my grandma's father also did that as a work, and my grandma used to tell all about him, and that's pretty cool. It's still cool. Like, I love films, and um, when I heard that, I was like, oh, okay, that's really cool. Actually, that's really cool. So yeah, I found this very interesting. Obviously, so she's quite good at it. One day she receives a magical tape. This movie is about the Daleks. That could be interesting to have like the Doctor Who and the Daleks, like the movie from 1960s, with what's his name, Peter Cushing, right? But obviously, if you don't have the rights, you could also skip that part. It's just like she receives a tape about Daleks, so that's interesting. So this movie is about Daleks, and she plays it. But for some reason, this movie has opened a portal on the white screen of the cinema, and out come very 60s Daleks that they might use in the old Doctor Who series, like series 1 and series 2 and series 3, or season 1 and whatever, back in the day, back in the 60s. So there we go. So, alright, there we go. Episode 2, A Moonage Dalek Dream. So that's cool. The Daleks are here to destroy the moon. So we humans suffer. Okay, the Daleks are here to destroy the moon. So we humans are here to suffer an ice age. Like, if the moon goes away, we suffer from an ice age, which is kind of, depressing. Extreme weather and the Earth's tilt would be different. So meaning no seasons. So the Daleks have a great plan at their disposal. The Doctor tries to hide this situation and tries to make it part of the movie experience. So the Daleks coming out of these, white screen like the cinema. Maybe she calls it 3D. I mean, that's something really cool. That could be cool. Anyway, in this theater, there is this girl called Moira Mellis with 60s fashions, kind of rich, who tries to invest in new technology for her dad's store, who sells electronics. The Daleks disappear and teleport to the moon. Just when the Doc wants to leave, Moira is next to her. The Doc grabs her with her inside the TARDIS and rushes off. So, the Doc lands on the moon. She wears spacesuits, those orange ones, the classic Doctor Who spacesuits, with Moira, and she stops the Dalek just after Neil Armstrong left the moon. So there we go. Just maybe a few, like, I don't know, few days, few weeks, few months, I don't know. And the American flag is still there. So yeah, the Americans have been there on the moon, but obviously the Daleks want to destroy it, which is a big no-no. So okay, there we go. Near a couple of days after they, put the flag on the moon, like I said, and so yeah, the Doctor eventually, stops these Daleks and makes sure Earth is safe once again. So there we go. And Moira also wants to join her in her adventures in the TARDIS because she thought the Daleks looked interesting, and obviously for her dad, she needs to grab some technology. Maybe she can find it with the Doctor. So that might be interesting. I mean, someone who's not really interested in like the Doctor herself, but more like into the technology of the future and space stuff. So there we go. That's nice. So, episode 3 is called The Overgrown TARDIS. The Doc and her Moira companion find an overgrown TARDIS abandoned by somebody ages ago. Guess thousands of years ago. This planet has a forest full of trees. I guess. The overgrown TARDIS is biological. So is every TARDIS. So it has green nature around it. And this is actually made by a image that I found on Doctor Who on TikTok about Doctor Who. So there we go. So TARDIS fell in some kind of depression and grew older and was lost and forgotten. She investigates it and finds out that this TARDIS belonged to the Rani herself. She left it there to find the Doctor actually. Now she's imprisoned, and yeah, the Rani is still there. She actually wanted to surprise the Doctor and her new companion. The Rani is her former enemy or villain, I guess, which happened to classic eras. I believe she died, but time travel stuff, anything is possible in Doctor Who. So there we go. So now she's imprisoned, the Doctor and the companion. The Rani experiments on people and will try to clone the Doctor. The Rani and the copy Doctor, as I call them, are two Time Lords who are more powerful than one of them. So you have three Time Lords now: the copy one, the normal Doctor, and the Rani. So there we go. So this copy and the current Doctor team up eventually because they're the same person. The Doctor tries to remind this copy who she is and that she's the Doctor. The she's the savior of civilizations and a mad woman or madman with a box. She's not a lame clone, she's the Doctor. The Rani gets defeated and locked away in a space prison. This clone is now an ally of the Doctor but decides to live near the Stardust and try to fix her up so she can live a peaceful life and she will know the universe will be safe with the current Doctor. The Doc gets a phone call from the President of the United States of America from the future. Ooh, interesting, right? So, okay, episode 4, the 151st President of the United States of America. The Doc travels with Moira to the future where they encounter the 151st American USA President. He looks old and is an alien from the grandson that first stepped into Earth. Like maybe it can explore this story of how humans and aliens are actually still the same, but try to talk with each other, and maybe this could be a grandson from an alien that went on Earth, tried to communicate with the humans and all that stuff. Like maybe there was an alien war. Maybe humans and aliens fought each other, and maybe that's kind of like reminiscent of the Second World War. Maybe kind of inspired by that. So there we go. Alright, so after the first alien-human war, like I said, this president was born. Obviously, it's common that humans always want to prove themselves to other beings, I guess, or living people. He's being chased by the Utons, right? The Utons, the plastic aliens from Series 1, or, from the current Doctor Who, ninth Doctor story, I guess. They need to stop these creatures. And, there we go. Episode 5, the plastic problem. The Utons, plastic people have a bigger grip on Earth now. The climate change, the plastic wastes in the ocean and on the surface. So these plastic aliens collect these for their army in the shadows. Everywhere they could attack humans and try to take over Earth, I guess. So the humans and the aliens that live on Earth are kind of in danger. The Doc and Moira and the 151st President of the United States of America try to solve this situation. They can't really do a lot about it. The Utons are here to stay, but the Doctor makes a deal with them, with their living consciousness. So the Utons can save people instead of destroying them. So they try to make a deal. There we go. The Doc would destroy him again. So if he didn't do that, which is a living consciousness, just like the past, the Doc and Moira leave the future so they can travel further in their adventures through the galaxy. Very, very interesting. Alright, the next episode is the monster of the USSR. So a mutated monster has been a big mystery in the USSR, and the Doc needs to solve why the Soviets are trying to hide a monster in their basements. The Doc and Moira need to stop it. This monster is a Minotaur that they found in the forest of Siberia. It got lost and his spaceship has been crashed and hidden on the dangerous forest in Siberia. The Doc and Moira find it. The Minotaur was on a mission to find nature for his home planet and for his collection. This is inspired by E.T. and Stranger Things and the Greek myth about the Minotaur on that one temple. So there we go. The Doc saves it, but it gets killed by the Soviets because they don't want anyone to see this hidden weapon. The Doc is sad and leaves with Moira in the TARDIS. So this could be a very interesting story, not gonna lie. Alright, episode 7, the present and the past Doctor. So we begin this adventure inside the TARDIS. It's the TARDIS of the 7th Doctor. Ooh, that's interesting. Little side note, I know, obviously, Sylvester McCoy is still, he's not really that young anymore, but still, he's one of my favorite doctors, man. His charisma, his style, his iconicness, I guess, is really cool. So I just put him in the story. Why not, right? Why the hell not? So he's escaping from some alien ravagers. He's traveling via the time vortex, and these spaceships can also travel in this vortex. So he uh, he gets I guess pushed down a stream of this time vortex and lands in the 21st century near Cardiff. Captain Jack is also looking for aliens for Torchwood, his group, I guess. So there we go. Where he stumbles upon the TARDIS. Suddenly, the Seventh Doctor and these aliens, they arrive, I guess, or the Doctor has been crashing there, and Captain Jack sees the TARDIS and tries to talk with the Doctor, but this is not a Doctor that Captain Jack has faced before, because I mean Captain Jack has met the 10th Doctor, the ninth Doctor, and yeah, I guess the 13th Doctor, but no, he met another woman, I guess, or the 7th Doctor, right? Speaking of woman Doctor, right? This current Doctor is also yeah, also on Earth, right, with her companion, right? And suddenly these ravagers appear in the sky, and the current Doctor wants to do something about that. So she travels inside their spaceships, but gets captured, and the Seventh Doctor and Captain Jack needs to rescue her. There we go. And yeah, very fun. I mean, why not, right? I mean, Seventh Doctor, Captain Jack, and this current Doctor. Why not? I think that would be interesting. I mean, it's like a multiple Doctor Who's story with multiple Doctors, but why not? I think it doesn't really have any effect on, like, oh, it's more about the Seventh Doctor. Oh no, it's more about this current Doctor. No, it's just, it can happen if you're multiple people throughout your lives. There might be some that can meet. So hey, why not, right? Just like the sixth and the second Doctor, or the 10th and the 11th Doctor, with the War Doctor, obviously. So hey, why the hell not? Why the hell not? I like it. So episode 8, to be stuck. Okay, the current Doctor is stuck on a spaceship, but she isn't sure why she's there. The aliens have caught a Doctor, but not. Oh yeah, so this is the part 2 of this current current episode, I guess, story. So they are not sure who they're looking for, because they thought they had a Doctor, but they have the wrong one. Which, there we go. They try to sell this present Doctor because she's a woman. I don't know. They just try to sell her because, I don't know, why not, right? The Doctor might be worth millions of dollars, of euros, or money, I guess. So the Doc and Jack, so the seventh Doctor and Jack arrive on the ship. The current Doc escapes with her Sonic and defeats a bunch of aliens using the Taekwondo or something, I don't know. The seventh and the Jack meet the 18th Doctor and are surprised to see an old face that she recognizes, and also Jack, so there we go. They also capture Moira, which she helps out, but she gets teleported because why not, right? Moira wasn't able to be saved, so there you go. Moira is sold, I guess, which is kind of sad. So yeah, but the 18th Doctor won't let that happen. So she travels to the location. She tracks her down, and she meets up with Moira again. While the seventh and seventh Doctor and Jack are here to defeat some more aliens. So why not, right? Okay, so great. Maria thanks the Doc, but prefers to go back to her dad in 1969 because that was a very dangerous adventure there. I guess why not? The Doc keeps it and brings her back to the 60s. The seventh Doc and thanks the 18th Doc and goes back to his normal time stream. So Jack and the 18th Doc go back to their timeline, I guess, or their Earth, and have lunch and catch up on some old adventures. So great. All right. I believe that's pretty much it. Okay, so this is the series. Let's move on to the Christmas special. So, Christmas special, the return of the Paternoster gang. Oh yes, this is also going to be fun. So the trio are in Scotland during the winter time in the 19th century, where they try to stop and escape a Suntarn war fleet who want to recruit or brainwash Strax into joining them. They want to purify him, so I guess brainwash him again, so they can fight again with Strax. They get help from the author J.M. Barrie, which helps out the Paternos again, to hide in his house for a bit. The Doc arrives too and helps them out and defeats the fleet. So I just, I just think the Paternoster gang is such a really interesting, cool team. Like Strax, you have a Sunturn, you have a Salarian, right? A lizard woman, and a normal human from the 19th century who can like do ninja stuff. So why not, right? Ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I will see you later, because this next episode is going to be mental, bro. Alright, bye bye everyone.